Hi guys, I'm Joanne Penta. I wanted to do just a brief little video to kind of explain how I got into the whole Beachbody thing and give you a little background on myself. Okay, so the whole fitness thing started for me back in college. I joined the rugby team, which was really far off from me and kind of funny because I was never into sports, or I was never physically active at all. It just wasn't my thing in high school. I never did any of that stuff. So I wanted to do something different. And the rugby team seemed cool because you didn't need any experience in any other sport before. It was like a new thing. So I was like, hey, I'll give it a shot. Why not? So what I liked about it was number one, I liked being part of a team, like just being part of something with a bunch of other people, you know, just being on the team and the whole camaraderie. But I also loved the practices, which is really funny because a lot of people skip practice, but I went to every single practice. I wasn't good at rugby by any means, and I probably played in like 2 or 3 games the whole season, but I was at every single practice, making sure I learned everything and I got that workout in. So anyways, I loved the workout. They had boot camp style workouts and I loved the challenge. I loved the way I felt after it. I loved everything about it. So that was what sparked my whole fitness thing, like was rugby, which is funny. It's like you try something new, you never know. So ever since then, I've been into the whole fitness thing. I was like a gym rat after that. I used to just always just go to the gym for like an hour and a half. I just had the time, you know, I had the time. It was something I loved to do, and I would just spend a lot of time there, and I loved it. But after college, I got a job at an insurance company as a customer service representative. I wore a headset and I was on the phone all day long, answering call after call, and I literally hated every second of it. From the second I got there to the second I went home, I was miserable. It's kind of funny. We used to joke around, my friend and I, we used to watch The Bachelorette, and they said at the end, if you want to be a contestant, send in a video, and the videos always said like, oh, this Bachelorette has the best life, she has the best family, loves her job, blah, blah, blah. And I used to always say, well, I'm gonna have to lie about the job because I just don't love my job. So that was how much I really just disliked being there. So I actually found a position for a weight loss consultant at a company, and I left and I went to work there. I worked there for 2 years and I loved it. Loved it. I loved working with clients. I loved sitting with them, helping them reach their goals, talking to them about what their goals were, they're doing an eating plan with them, talking about how the week went, the exercise, all that. Loved it. I didn't love the company itself, though. The schedule was kind of tough, and they were very strict, and I just didn't want to work for that particular company. So I actually left, and I went back to the corporate world. I got a job in Boston, and I was back to the drawing board. So I went back there. I went back to the corporate world. I had a job in finance, and then I ended up finding a job closer to home, which was good. I had a great commute. And that was 9 years ago. I'm actually still there. I moved, so now my commute is not as great as it was before. It takes me over an hour to get there. I have to bring my kids with me to drop them off at my in-laws, and it's tough. It takes me like a good hour and 15 minutes or so to get there and home. The good thing is I'm only there part-time now. I work 2 days a week, and I work from home for the other hours. But while I was at Jenny Craig, I actually got certified to teach fitness classes, which was awesome because that was something I've always just wanted to do ever since like the whole college rugby thing, you know. I always wanted to just be working in the fitness world or the nutrition world. So I got certified to teach fitness classes, but at the time I was kind of, I don't know, I was a member of a gym, and I had classes there, but I just didn't feel confident enough to ask them if they were looking for an instructor because I had never taught before, and I just didn't have the confidence or the experience. So I kind of just let it go, and I was bummed, but I just thought, well, hey, at least I did it. It's something cool that I did that I've always wanted to do. So at least I have that. But now, after I had my second baby, we had a daycare plan in place for when I went back from maternity leave, and it actually fell through like a couple days before I was supposed to go back. So what happened was I was only available to work 2 days a week in the office. So I went in and I told them, and I asked if they would work with me, and luckily enough they did. I worked 2 days in the office. Like I said, I worked the other days from home, and I actually started teaching fitness classes. I started to teach an outdoor boot camp class, and from there I added on classes at gyms. So I teach classes at a few gyms, I teach boot camp classes, and I work part-time in the office. So Beachbody, I heard about, like, you know, some of the workouts. My husband actually did P90X and he did Insanity years ago, and I saw him get awesome results, like unbelievable results. And he is not a fitness person, which is funny that he was the one who kind of started with this whole thing. But he did Insanity, and I did some of the workouts with him, and I was like, whoa, like even compared to boot camp and rugby and everything that I had done before, like they just kicked our butts. Like they were awesome, and he was getting great results. My brother-in-law actually did P90X. He lost like 50 pounds, I want to say. He was telling us about these shakes that he drank and how Shakeology and how great they were and how he had all this energy. They tasted great, and they just, like, he was just obsessed with them. And I was like, oh, well, shakes aren't my thing. I tried protein shakes before, and I just didn't like the way they tasted, and I was like, oh, they're not my thing. But I actually was friends on Facebook with a girl that I went to college with, who is a Beachbody coach, and we were talking, we were messaging back and forth, and she was asking me about my fitness classes, and I asked her about the Beachbody thing because I saw her post, and I thought it was kind of cool what she was doing, but I wasn't really sure exactly what she was doing. So she told me a little about the Beachbody thing and what she did, and then she told me about Shakeology, and she actually sent me a sample to try, and I was like, oh, this is cool. So I tried it out. And I was surprised because it was so good. It wasn't like the other shakes that I had tried before and like just couldn't, I drank them, but I didn't like how they tasted. It tasted really good. It didn't taste like those other protein shakes. And I felt like I had more energy the day I drank it. And it was just like, oh, I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. But anyways, I kept seeing these commercials for this program called the 21-Day Fix. And it's a portion control and clean eating program, which I wanted to try because the fitness thing is easy for me because I enjoy exercise. It's just something that I love to do. I like, you know, with classes and all that. But the eating part's tough for me. I love to eat. I love healthy food, but I like to eat a lot of it. So the portion part of it is where I needed a little bit of help. So I just thought maybe I'll just try that out. So she told me that if I this thing is called a challenge pack. You know, you could order a challenge pack. It came with the program, the shakes, and you could also sign up to be a coach along with it for nothing extra. It was free. So it was just like you order a challenge pack, you become a coach. And I thought, like, wow, like this is just like a no-brainer. Why wouldn't I sign up to be a coach if it doesn't cost anything? And then if I like the shakes and I want to keep going, I get a discount. If I want to buy anything, I get a discount. And I'm not committed to anything. So if I don't like it, I just stop. I was like, it just seemed like it didn't make sense. Like, why wouldn't I do that? So I signed up for it. I signed up to be a coach, did it. 6 months later, I can't even explain to you, like, how amazing this is. It's just, like, it's not even the whole, like, the physical part of it. Obviously, like, you know, my eating habits have improved. Like, I can't even explain how much they've improved. I went from eating just the wrong portions of things to the right portions. I just increased my veggies. I feel better. I have more energy. The shakes, I love the shakes. Drink them every single day. I feel like that's my chocolate fix when I have my shake. So my shakes, my eating. But aside from all that, it's just like now I feel like I'm doing what I did at the weight loss company, where I'm helping people. Like, I'm helping them with their goals. I'm helping pretty much the same thing I was doing there, but the best part about this is that I'm doing it from home. Like, I don't have to leave my house. I do it all from my computer. When the kids go to bed, if they're taking naps, if they're at school, whatever, like anytime I can fit it in. It's like, this company it's great. You can put as little or as much as you want into it. I'm hoping, my goal is that I can quit my office job at some point. I want to be able to do this full time. I want to be able to just dedicate as much time to this as I can. When the kids we're coming off of summer vacation now. Kids are going back to school a couple of days a week. I'll be able to put more time into it. And I'm just some point I want to take this further, and I want to be a full-time Beachbody coach, because it's just like, it doesn't feel like a job. It seems like it's just, I don't know, it's something that, like, you're part of something, working with the other coaches. I'm on a team. Everybody helps each other. Everybody, it's just like you're around positive people all the time, helping, and I'm helping friends and family members and people that I just lost contact with over the years. I'm reaching out to them, talking to them, and it's just like, I don't know, it's amazing. It's so worth it. If you have any interest in this, if you're thinking about doing it, if you're on the fence about it, go for it. Honestly, go for it. You have nothing to lose. At the very least, if you buy a challenge pack and you get a program, a bag of shakes, you try it out for a month, you don't like doing the coaching thing for whatever reason, you're done. You don't have to do it anymore. Like, that's it. You cancel it and you're done, and you have your program and you're all set. But if you feel the way I feel about it, and so many other people, and I'm telling you, you don't have to be a fitness person to do this. You don't have to be a fitness person at all. That's another cool thing about this, is that, like, there are coaches who don't have any weight to lose. There are coaches who have 20, 30, 40, 50 or more pounds to lose, and they're still on this journey working on bettering themselves and helping other people at the same time. You can be at any point. It doesn't matter. Like, this is for anybody. If you like to help other people, if you are not happy with the job you're at right now, if you want more freedom, you want more time with your kids, you're sick of your commute, whatever the case may be, this is for so many people. And the thing I like about this too is that it's not like a jewelry party or a makeup party where you have to, like, go to people's houses, or you have to ask people to host a party for you or do anything. I don't ask people to do anything, nothing, ever. I share what I do. I talk about what I like, what I do. It's just, I would be doing it anyway, and people ask me about it. I talk to friends, family members, like I said, people that I've lost contact with over the years. I could go on and on and on about this, but all I'm going to say is that if you have any interest in this, if you're considering this, go for it, because it will be the best decision you've ever made. Thank you for listening.